Okay, this is my presentation of my internship, which was also in Buffalo, but I did not put it on here. I should have after I saw it, but okay. So I met my mentor, who's Barb Myers, who is not here because she is interpreting various graduation ceremonies today, but also because last year Vicki was her student and never invited her, so Barbara didn't know she was allowed to come to this. So first advice, invite your mentors, let them know that this is open to them. But also then in my deaf community field period, I had met Barbara, and I'd heard of her from Vicki, because Vicki had known her before she came to Cuca. And I was doing an observation with my supervisor. She had gone to a meeting, Barbara was there interpreting it, and Barbara was like, right after the meeting was like, I'm Barbara, if you need a mentor, let me know. So that was pretty much that after that. So what did I do? So these are all my hours. I have a total of 429 because unlike everybody else, well, I finished in the middle of April and then I stopped journaling. And then this week I was making this PowerPoint and I said, crap, I haven't been keeping up. I didn't realize that everybody was quitting when they were done with all their hours, so I wouldn't have put them all in. But, so I have 238 A hours, 60 hours, which I feel like some of the A should go there, but I would put stuff down fast, and then after I'd look back and be like, oh, some of that stuff was actually teamed, and not like think about it, so those are a little bit mixed up a little bit. 48 C hours, 24.5 D hours, and 110 E hours. So for my A hours, I would always interpret. Day one of my internship, I was with Barbara, and our first assignment, she was like, want to try? And I was like, sure, you don't know anything about me, but okay, whatever. So that is, from day one, I started with A hours. I also, before that I started with Barbara, had a little bit of overlap with my field period, which was in an educational setting, and I had ended up being like the primary interpreter for the student in that situation. So I had almost a third of my hours done before I even started with Barbara. And then, so for B hours teaming, C hours observing Barbara, when she would do stuff like court or Sorensen in Buffalo. Otherwise, that'd really be it for observations. D, I did billing, so my invoices once I started working, tracking my mileage, which Aaron said, keep track of it. Get used to writing down what's in your odometer? In your car when you get in and when you arrive places, because my brother-in-law is an accountant. He said if you ever get asked by the IRS, that's the best way to prove what you were doing and how far you were going. And then E hours, I did a lot of TED Talks. Get familiar with them because Brian loves them, and they're your best friends next year. So maybe start checking them out now. So how did I make connections with the deaf community? I didn't really have time to go to a lot of deaf events because I lifeguarded every night and on the weekends. So I really just made connections through arriving to assignments early and talking to consumers, which is really nice. There's also, like, I have here, when the consumers come to, like, doctor's appointments and they have their kids, don't ignore the kids. That's, like, kind of rude. I spent 20 minutes one time waiting for the doctor playing with a blown-up plastic glove with kids, throwing it back and forth, while also with the baby, like, having him give me goldfish and giving it back, like, and the mom liked that, and, like, has requested for me to be her interpreter after that because I made a connection with her children. So it might not be considered interpreting, but don't be afraid to make those personal connections. And then, like, this week I had somebody who I'd seen 3 times, so I'd be like, hey, how are you doing? We had an incident where, whatever. If you know something that's happening with them, I don't want to, like, tell you anything about this person, but you can be like, oh, what happened with this? Like, are you feeling better? Like, especially if it was, like, in the past 2 weeks, because they'll probably remember you, but if it was, like, a month ago, probably don't ask, because they probably don't, because they have all different interpreters, so. So my hardest lessons was that everyone makes mistakes, because sometimes you make a mistake and you're, like, really hard on yourself, but just don't do that. Speak up for the consumer. This was a really big thing when I was at Clarence for my field period, so I just added this because you have to not be afraid to interrupt people or ask for clarification or ask people to speak up, especially if you're in, like, a big room like this and the presenter tends to, like, get quiet. Like, don't be afraid to be like, can you just speak up so that I can hear? Because really, if you're not doing that, all you're doing is hurting the consumer, not yourself. So keep that in mind. And then consumers have their preferences, so don't take it personally. I have one person who requested not to have me because they knew I was new. So, like, that has nothing to do with me. That's just they wanted somebody who's more experienced in the area. So, I actually don't know the area that I live in, like, at all. Like, this is one of my first observations with Barbara, like the first week. We were in this little town Lockport, really small. I was like, oh, we're going to the court. That's going to be so easy to find. Arrived 15 minutes early, like usual. 40 minutes later, I finally found it. I was wandering Lockport, walking around in like negative 5-degree weather, trying to find this court because my GPS was saying, you're like 5 feet away. And I was like, where is the court? That also happened when me and Abby observed family court together. I parked in a parking garage. I didn't realize the court was like attached to it, and I walked 2 blocks in the opposite direction before I realized where I was. But I made it on time for that one. But again, like everybody keeps saying have a relationship with your mentor. Like Barbara knows that's not normal for me. She knows that it stresses me out. So like, I would text her and be like, I'm lost again. I'm sorry. I'm wandering the city. I'm trying to find you. And she's just like, don't worry. You'll get here whenever. If I don't see you this one, I'll see you at the next job. And don't limit yourself. So like I said, Barbara had me interpreting my first day. And by my 3rd day, she goes, so when are you going to screen with DOS, which is our agency in Buffalo? And I said, just kind of laughed. Like, I don't know, maybe by April. And she goes, call them right now. Go screen. So that was kind of nerve-wracking. And I didn't want to do that myself, but Barbara really pushed me. And then there was another one where we were doing a dental presentation all day. And I don't know anything about being a dentist. So, like, Barbara kept being like, try it. And I was like, no. And finally a pediatrician started to do it. And the consumer was like, it's kids. You're almost a kid yourself. Just do it. And I was up there for 5 minutes, and the person was talking. I'm a fast talker, but they were talking faster than I was. And I got to a point where I just stopped, and I looked at both Barbara and the person, and they both started laughing, and then they just switched me out. So don't limit yourself, because like if you have a situation like that, hopefully it's in a good environment, and they'll be able to take it with you. And like he didn't want me to feel bad because I didn't want to do it, and he pushed me to. So he was like, that was good. And he goes, we're going to improve, but that was a good try. So my best memories was actually passing the DOS screening, because during it, I thought I did really, really bad because it's right near a railroad station, and a train went by while I was signing, and I couldn't hear anything that was happening for like 30 seconds. And the clip itself was only like a minute and a half, so I was like, awesome, I don't know anything that I just interpreted. So I thought I failed it. So then when I found out, I was like really excited. So that was like a really good memory. The Medina environmental science class, I think, was the most enjoyable for me because Abby can back me up on this. The teacher was kind of crazy. He was really like conspiracy theories. It was an environmental science class, but he never talked about anything that seemed to do with what you would learn in that. And so like conspiracies, all this stuff, told us how the alphabet was going to go extinct, like really weird stuff. So me and Barbara would just sit there and like laugh at each other while one of us were interpreting because what was happening was so ridiculous, and we were just like trying to keep it together. So that was really enjoyable. Also, I've done I do this job every once in a while at the Hyatt, which is a hotel downtown in Buffalo. It's one of the like big Buffalo things. And I actually, for that job, it's like a new employee hire thing, so I get to take a tour of the hotel, which was really cool, and I enjoyed that. And I've done it 3 times now, and the tour's always been different, which I don't understand. If they're new hires, they should all know the same thing, but every time it's been different, so I really enjoyed that. And then this is Mitchell, this picture. He's my one I worked with at Clarence for my field period, which overlapped with my internship. And he has just changed my life with educational interpreting because he is a musician, but he has autism. He is deaf and he's legally blind. So he in himself is a challenging person to interpret for, but he's a sweetheart. He is so talented. This was a field trip we took for around Christmas time, and if anybody could meet him, I would love to just bring him so you guys can meet him because he's just amazing. So that was really awesome. And now that I had that field period when his interpreter can't be there, they just replace me. And that's really good because when she used to not be able to be there, he would just be alone in the school. They wouldn't call another interpreter in. So that was a really good experience for me. So advice for next year. This is going to sound weird, but always Google the address you're going to before you go because a lot of times you can see what the building looks like. And then you're not going by the building because it's not numbered well and like being like, where is this place? And then randomly guessing. Always arrive at least 15 minutes early because you could be like me and looking for another 20 about where you're supposed to go, even though you're apparently right there. So I said pack lunch and easy to eat snacks because I feel like you don't think about this, but you're spending most of your time in your car, so you need something that you can just like kind of grab and eat and when you're in between things, and like nobody said that, and I love to eat. If you saw I brought my lunchbox here, I have like so much fruit in there and snacks and stuff, but so I'm always eating, so just make sure that you have prepared for the day and take risks because if you don't take the risk now, you're going to regret it later because you're going to be like, oh crap, now I actually have to know what I'm doing. Maybe I shouldn't take this risk before I at least was a student, and I could use that as an excuse if it blew up in my face. So take them during your internship. And I think that's it. Yeah, I can't get on. That's it.